Hello and welcome back. I believe I have decided what I'm going to do with the floor in the attic. I've got this piece of, it was blingy scrapbook paper. There, see? Yeah. I'll never use it. And I also had some thin sheets of cork for scrapbooking. And I think we're going to use those to make a cork floor. Possibly Grandma splurged and bought herself a cork floor so that, she'd have something newer to walk on. So I'm going to glue these pieces down to this piece of glittered scrapbook paper. I'm going to try to get it glued. It's going to take most of it, I think, about a ½ inch left over. So not to piece in, but it's not going to be a huge thing, and I'm just going to dot my glue. I'm not going to go smooth it all out because it's going to squish under the cork anyway, so I don't think it's going to be a big issue. It's a very, very thin cork. I really like it, but it rips so easy. It's terrible for ripping. So I'm trying to get that on there nice and straight, and it does stretch, so I don't really want to stretch it. Yeah, it's going to sit down on there nice. Get me have it up a little too high. We'll see. I cut the scrapbook paper before I went ahead and measured and stuff before I had you join me. Because, really, you probably know how to cut scrapbook paper. Although this stuff does not cut well. It has kind of like a mesh on it and then the glitter under it. And the mesh frays out really bad. And so you get this nice black, ugly mesh line. Let's trim that up just a bit. Hopefully I'm in frame. Yep. Is my doing this? Yeah, it's in frame too. Okay. Alright. And then I'm just going to lay that piece down and I will cut it off. Yeah, it's a little long still. Let's take a little bit off. A little short will make up for it. Then we do the next piece. Okay, and we're just going to glue those two together. Won't take very long for the tacky glue to get this cork to hold. And we'll just move on to the bottom part. This piece ripped on me, so you see there's a little spot right there in the middle where there's a little nick. We'll be okay though. It'll all be fine when we're done. It won't show. Grandma's going to have a rug down. When I did my Minimum World haul, I showed you that I had that big striped rug that I ordered by mistake, and I took it out, and actually it's a vinyl. So even though it doesn't really match Grandma's craft room colors too much because there's a lot of blue, I'm going to be using it anyway because I need something for on the floor and I don't know what else I would do with it. Since it's vinyl, it could just be like a big mat to protect the floor a little bit. Alright. And I have already also, because I didn't think you really wanted to watch me, where'd they go? Well, the little buggers grew legs and walked away, I guess. I have some coffee stir sticks I'm going to be using for like the mop board or skirting board or however you choose to call it. Well, what in the world? They're here. Hello, where are you? Tell me they're right in front of me and I'm just not seeing them. That would make me happier than having to redo them. Oh, I'm not seeing them. Well, I had them all, oh, there they are. I had them all stained and everything ready to go so that all we had to do was glue them in once we get the floor in. And there they are. They were hiding by a paintbrush that kind of the same color because it's got paint all over it. I am not going to be able to go along the back wall back there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick some black paint back there. there's a gap where the floor meets the wall, and there's nothing I can do about it at all. So anything I put back there, even with those boards on there that are the vertical boards, even with those, it will not stop anything small from sliding through that gap. So we're gonna try to just paint a little bit underneath these boards, just so it's black and dark, just so it just looks like a very dark space back there. And I am getting black on my floor that I painted the primer, but it's not a big deal. It will be covered up. So I just need to get some black paint back there, and that's just what I'm doing. Just standing up, painting those last little edges there, so we don't have stark white showing on that back wall. Because that would just totally ruin everything. I put the other video up right away, as most of you, anybody who's like watching or has noticed, or if anybody has signed up for notifications from the channel. That one went up right away, and this one's probably going to go up within an hour or two of when I post it. Okay, I'm going to go rinse this brush out really quick. I will be right back with you, and we'll start getting that floor done so we can get that installed. Right back, guys. I am back. Mr. Mew was wanting to come in and say hi, but he can't. He'll just be annoying. So I'm just going to grab this. I'm probably going to be off camera with this part. I'm just going to trim up the sides, the edges where the cork is. And glue one more piece down, let it set for just a few minutes. It doesn't take very long with the cork and the tacky glue. And then we're going to install this. And we will have our floor done. Oh, that mesh stuff on the other side of the stuff is terrible. And I see that I have a spot. I have a little white spot over here on the one side. Probably due to my trying to cut that mesh earlier. A little bit up here on the corner. Possibly the cork isn't quite even. Oh, my brother just sneezed. Alright, then I just need to really carefully trim off just a tiny, tiny bit of the cork. I'm always so afraid that the cork is going to tear on me. Almost hate touching it. So we'll just put this other little piece, the other side of that top one, on here. Glue it down and trim it off as soon as it's glued down good enough. And we can finish this project. And I know you all know how to glue. I know you don't need to watch me do it, but I'm doing it anyway. Sorry. Okay, that one is kind of, I didn't get a very good cut on that. We'll just use this one then, because it should have a straight side from it originally being cut. Yep, there we go. So I said, there's going to be a little fill in here, but it's not such a big deal. Now I'm trying to decide, do I want to take a tiny, tiny, tiny piece of cork and see if I can, that little white spot's bothering me. It's driving me batty. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think we'll just leave it. Maybe I can, somewhere I've got a marker, I think that's about the same color as the cork. And so I think we can just go ahead and mark it in, and it'll look, if anything, it'll just probably look like Grandma dropped something on her floor and there's a stain, which happens all the time in the world of craft, no matter how careful you are. Unless, of course, you have your floors covered with something completely. All right, well, that's how that's going to look. I may or may not, at a later date, when that glue really gets set, I may go put some Mod Podge over it just to protect it. Well, let's go up to the attic and we'll see how this looks. Wrong side of the house. There we go. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay. So, now let's fit it in. I did a dry fit and it fit fine. Got the black back there so that nothing much is showing. Anything that does won't be a big deal. The fit is great. Let's put this in. I'm just going to go around the edges again of the piece of cardstock. And I'm going to have to put quite a bit of glue in, I think, because everything wants to go down into this mesh. So the glue's kind of sinking down into it. I mean, this floor just has to be held in. It doesn't have to be like glued tight. You all know my reasoning for that. So we're gonna just make sure we get the edges as good as we can with this meshy stuff here. I tried to paint it. I thought, well, maybe I can just paint it, then I can decorate my floor, you know, put a little design in it, make it kind of look like a textured vinyl flooring or something. But the mesh, the paint just went down into the mesh and, well, see, look, that's what happens. The paint goes down into the mesh and makes such a mess that it wasn't working. Then I happened to remember I had the cork paper. I've also got burlap paper, but I didn't think burlap would be very suitable for a floor. Whoops, I'm sorry. Let me see if you're still there. No, we got one. Oh, this tripod. It's got one leg that won't stay, so you're going to be a little off kilter for the end. I'm definitely buying a new one. It's going to happen. All right, let's just slide this floor in. Oops. Like so. Get it lined up. Down around the edges. I think that looks kind of cool. I like it. And I probably definitely will at some point put some Mod Podge over it to cover it and protect it. Alright, all we have left, we are down to the end, guys. All we have left are the skirting boards, mop boards, little thingies that go on the edge just to clean the walls up. And I think we're going to call this project done. Yay! Let's celebrate. And then we are going to start moving some stuff in. Get the old girl into her house. And then we're going to start making things. And that is going to be the absolute most fun part, is creating what we need for the house. Just throwing some glue on these sticks. I've already measured. I got lucky. I cut the rounded ends off and they just fit. 2 of them just fit. So I thought that was a rather lucky thing. Let's get the extra glue out of there if we can. So I think I'm going to put Grandma's big work surface on this side, and I think Grandma's also going to be very interested in sewing. So we are going to probably have the other side for sewing. Oh, and of course we have to put the curtain in yet, but I'm going to experiment a little bit, and if it works, I'm going to do it as a tutorial. So, I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to hang it yet with the slanted ceiling, but I've got a couple different ideas that I think just might work. Okay, get a little glue on the end of that one. That's better. I really, really, guys, I don't know how you feel, but I really just love that back wall. I don't know why. It's lighter in person than it shows up on the camera. And I am just crazy about it. I don't know what there is. I love it. So, yeah. I'm interested to check and see what your comments are on. Well, why is that one so much? Oh, because it's a shorter wall. Right, ding dong. Think about it. Well, then we cut a little bit off. I need a new blade in these miter shears, so I'm just going to go ahead and then chop it. I'll chop right about there. Whoops. Are you still there, or did I move you too much? No, I didn't. Okay. So we're just going to put this piece in here, which is still just a bit too long. About like so, I would say. And we'll just put it right up to that other one like I did on the other side. And, oh, I forgot. There's that piece of vertical wood down this edge. That's why that one went all the way to the end and two fit perfect and this one doesn't. Oops. All right. I'm having trouble getting it lined up in there. I know it doesn't seem to want to glue. I must have got most of the glue off of it. New Battle Attacky glue coming up, guys, when we start the project. This one is just getting ridiculous. And then I moved my miter shears. I found the lid, and then when I put the miter shears down, the lid went flying. So I still can't find the lid. Oh, it is what it is. Life goes on. Okay, there. All right. I think that's it, guys. That's it for now. Like I said, I may coat this cork flooring just to protect it more because it's so thin. Love the feel of that, though. But yeah, that's it. Grandma's attic is pretty much finished, other than putting things in and accessorizing. All of the rooms we can do something with except the guest bedroom. And as soon as I get something for the trim around that door and touch up the window frame and stuff, we are good to go with that too. But that gives us 5 out of the 6 rooms we can actually do something with right away. I am excited. I think we should have a little happy dance, but I'm not doing one. God, nobody needs to see that, okay? But yeah, we are done. Thank you so much for being with me on this project so far. I hope you'll come back and join me when I start moving Grandma in and we start making things for her house and decorating. I want to thank you all for being here. You guys mean everything to me. And it's good to know that you're out there and that you've got a new subscriber, Denise Moore. Someone I've known on Facebook for a long time. I don't know her in person, so welcome, Denise. I'm going to try to do that with every new subscriber I get. I'm going to try to make sure that I welcome them. And welcome to all of you who are subscribed, all of you who are stopping by. You guys just make my days. So thank you for that. With that, I'm going to let you go. Please hit like and subscribe to help my channel grow and to help me bring you more great videos. And that'll be it. Bye.